Okay, all set, okay. Welcome to the July 23rd, 2026 meeting of the Business Affairs and Licensing Committee. My name is Anton Melner, and I'm the chair of the committee. Tonight, we're joined by Community Coordinator Brian Lafferty. This meeting is called to order at 6:35 p.m. As a reminder, New York State law requires all committee members who are not able to attend the meeting in person to have their net cameras on and their first and last names displayed from the time the meeting is called to order until the time the meeting is adjourned. Members of the public who are attending virtually, you can raise any questions or comments that you have through the Q&A function of Zoom. Members of the public who are here in person, you can raise any questions that you have by raising your hand. If there is time following the committee's discussion, we will field questions from the public. Okay, we will need a volunteer to take minutes this evening.
I'll be glad to take it.
Is that right? Yeah. Whittington, thank you very much.
Better watch out, we're gonna start taking you for granted.
We will now take attendance by roll call. Brian Lafferty will conduct the roll call.
Thanks, Anton. Committee members, I'll call your name. When your name is called, please say present. I'll announce if there is a quorum. Paige Starr,
Present. Present.
got it. Thank you, Paige. John Keller,
Present.
thank you. Anton Mullen,
Present.
thank you. Ann Sullivan,
Present.
thank you. Sarah Whittington,
Present.
thank you. Pat Valero is excused. With 5 or 6 members present, we have a quorum.
Great. The agenda for tonight's meeting was distributed ahead of time by the board office as reflected on the screen before you. If there is no objection, we will adopt the agenda. Members of the committee, if you object to adopting the agenda, please raise your hand. Seeing no objections, the agenda for tonight's meeting is adopted. The minutes for the June 25th, 2026 meeting were distributed ahead of time by the board office. If there's no objection, we will adopt the minutes as drafted. Members of the committee, if you object to adopting the minutes, please raise your hand. Seeing no objections, the minutes from the June 25th, 2026 meeting are adopted. They will soon be available on the CB6 website. In order to conduct an efficient meeting, let's observe a few ground rules. No one may speak until granted the floor. 2, committee members who are here in person, if you have a question about committee business or wish to make a motion, please raise your hand and I will identify you so you can speak. 3, committee members unable to attend in person. If you have a question about committee business, you may raise your hand through Zoom and I will identify you so you can speak. All committee members, it is extremely important that only one person speak at a time so that members of the public watching at home can understand what is being said by each committee member. The chat function for committee members present via Zoom should not be used for committee business or questions about agenda topics. All such remarks should be made on the record by raising your hand through Zoom. Chat should only be used to alert us to any technical difficulties you're having or to state in writing information like an email address that was already stated aloud on the record during the meeting. Okay, let's go to tonight's agenda. First one, dining out New York City application for Sadway Cafe 4-year license for Balfees LLC doing business as Triona at 193rd Avenue. Is there a representative available?
Yes. I see, Robert Paul, is here. He's been going into panels.
Hello.
Okay, thank you. All right, went through the application. I noticed your a food service your FS expired on December 17th. Has this been renewed?
I believe it's in the process of being renewed, if they haven't renewed it already.
No.
I can find out about that one.
Okay. The question, you said you gave the business hours of the restaurant. Are there cafe hours separate from the business hours of the restaurant?
Good look and see what we put for this. Well, it definitely won't be open till 2 a.m., that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
The
we
latest.
the hours of the cafe.
Yeah.
We have it down to some business hours.
Look on the top.
I thought it was, last service was at
So
10.
the hours only midnight to midnight.
Okay, so till midnight, not 2 a.m.
Okay, that's for both the cafe and the restaurant?
The restaurant's 2 a.m.
Uh, and the cafe is
till 12.
12. Little confusion there. The schematic
But
shows,
wait, this is
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just on the hours, I thought sidewalk cafes, it was 10 PM was the
the
legal.
open windows, 10 o'clock. I thought,
Isn't there a service restriction for sidewalk and roadway cafes? Or maybe it's roadway.
No, I believe it's midnight.
Okay. I'll trust you on that. Windows is 10 o'clock. Okay, that's probably what I was thinking.
Okay. Right, your schematic shows two tops in front of the restaurant. But I'm looking at the Google Maps from April 26th. You have at least 5 bar stools and 1 two-top table in front of the premises. So which is it?
So that's our space next door.
Space next door.
Yes,
Can we go to Google Maps? Can you hear?
so. Yeah,
We're moving from that place to.
so we're moving to the left.
You're moving to the left.
Yes.
All right, I think your schematic has an open door on the right. Am I mistaken, or did your architect make a mistake?
Right there. It's our door.
Cause the
So-
door next,
Yeah, where it says the habitat, we're to the left now.
We're moving. It's on.
in that awesome building.
Yes.
The other tree owners is closing.
Yeah, the other Triona's is closing.
What am I missing here? Sorry.
So where it says Triona's now,
Yeah,
that's not the location that
Are
it's
you-
gonna be.
your guys are moving to the left.
It's
into-
correct.
190.
Yeah, the old Triona's is closing and they're gonna be moving to the space right next door.
Oh, okay, it just wasn't clear to me.
It should be one.
Question, which is not.
Sorry about that.
Station. What, can I ask something? We're really, we've been talking, this may be a question to take offline, but we've been talking a lot about, empty storefronts in the district and kind of how to prevent them and what are the causes. And moving is such a miserable experience that I'm sort of curious why why you're going through it.
They lost their lease.
Okay.
And
Oh.
someone else is taking over that spot, so fortunately they had to find a new spot. And luckily they were able to find one next door.
Okay, so,
I'm sorry.
So it was like
So
a
you-
good but a bad,
Yeah,
so you're moving into Sheffield Hall, and that was my next question. Why is your CB6 meeting poster notice on Sheffield Hall? And that's the reason.
so I'm curious, and again, it's certain, some ways none of our business, but did the landlord want to really raise your rent a lot? Would they have renewed at a much higher rate?
We're not 100% sure on what it was.
No.
Yeah,
And did you get a reasonable, not reasonable, this is Manhattan, but did you get what you would have expected in the new space?
I believe they did. That's why they wanted to go with that.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, thank you. Again, I'm sorry, that's an aside, but
Yeah,
it really
it's fine.
helps us understand what's going on in the community.
Okay,
Sorry.
now I'm understanding what's happening, why they talked about
Now it's making a little more sense.
yeah, absolutely, you
No,
talked
of
about
course.
the sidewalk, cellar door, and I didn't see it anyplace in front of Triona. But it's not, it's in front of Sheffield Hall. That's correct, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And it
Yeah,
will
so
be.
that Trionas will not be there anymore. It's gonna be, will be to the left.
Okay. All right, I don't have any other questions.
No, it's good to me.
John, any questions? No.
That looks good to me.
Okay, any questions from members of the public?
Members of the public, if you'd like to speak, raise your hand. No.
No. All right. Do I hear a motion of approval?
So moved. Second.
Any objection to this motion of approval? Seeing no objection, unanimously approved. Thank you very much, sir. Good luck in your new location.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Okay, second one, alteration for on-premises liquor license for Munster Cafe.
That's me again. You'll be seeing me a few more times. Don't worry.
And is this Mr. Kelly? Yeah.
Yes, I work for Mr. Kelly.
Um, doing business as a Flying Cock at 497 Third Avenue. Basically, you want to add outdoor seating to the SLA license?
That's correct.
And-
We were approved on 8/28/2025 by you guys originally for the
For the-
Sidewalk Cafe
The Sidewalk Cafe.
and the liquor.
Right. I don't have any issues.
Yeah,
Sarah?
no issues.
Any questions from members of the committee? Members of the community?
Members of the community, if you'd like to speak, please raise your hand. One always saying.
Do I hear a motion of no objection?
So
No
moved.
objection.
Second. You can do that, John.
Is there any objection from the committee members for the no objection to this SLA application alteration? Seeing none? The motion is passed unanimously. Thank you very much. Okay, item number 3. Alteration for on-premises liquor license for Kips Bay Hospitality. Doing business as Tower Rose at 384 Third Avenue. And do we have representative? For Tower Rose? Anybody else?
Mr. Hall, I think we moved it.
Something must have hit the mute button. Sorry about that. Yes, I'm here.
That's a good habit.
Okay. Okay, again, this is an alteration to add the outdoor seating area to the SL license. The DOT application went through the bulk. I don't forget when, but I remember that it did. I have no issues or questions. Any questions or issues from members of the committee? Members of the public?
Members of the public, if you'd like to speak, please raise your hand. No, it says.
Okay, do I hear a motion of no objection?
No objection.
Second.
There's a motion for no objection for this alteration license for Tara Rose. any objections from members of the committee? Seeing no objection. Resolution is passed unanimously. Thank you. Okay. Item number 4. Alteration for on-premises liquor license for LMF New York LLC doing business as Turtle Bay Tavern at 975 Second Avenue. And you guys have a tough road to hoe. You got Urban Leaf on one side, and you have that cake place on the other side. How do you attract
I
customers?
don't know, I think that's perfect.
They're walking from one to the other. They just stop in, you know?
Okay. All right, this is again to add outdoor seating to the SLA license. I know the application went through the bulk and was approved in terms of the outdoor seating. I have a question. Are you also, Mr. Kenneth McCoy, is he also involved with the Flying Cock?
Yeah,
Yes.
and another place too, I think.
That's the only one I have
That's in your
here.
district.
Yeah, just as
Yeah,
well.
he's got a few different places.
He loves CB6.
Yeah, I believe like Michael just said, they're all in CB6.
Yeah.
That's why the name is familiar.
Yes.
Or animal, or farm animal.
And I'll just throw it out there that I had sometime this week, I was in the elevator with a neighbor who said that she'd been to a couple of watch parties at Turtle Bay Tavern and said it was a great vibe, so definitely doing something right there.
Recording in progress.
Getting a lot of feedback. All right, I have no issues. Any questions, members of the committee? Members of the public?
Members of the public, would you like to speak? Please raise your hand. No?
Okay, do I hear a motion of no objection to the alteration of this SLA license for outdoor seating?
So no objection. Second.
Do I hear any objection to this motion of no objection for SLA license alteration for this entity? Hearing none, it's unanimous. Resolution is unanimously passed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, number 5. New application and temporary retail permit for on-premises liquor license for DOI Hospitality Group LLC doing business to be determined at 622 Third Avenue. As I recall, this was laid over from the last bulk meeting. Is there a representative here?
Good evening. Yes, my name is Jackie Nunez. I'm representing New York Business License. That's my client.
Okay, I have a couple of questions. There are a couple of anomalies in the paperwork. In one place, the operational plan and presentation says you'll be renting out your spaces. The CB6 questionnaire says no. CB6 questionnaire says live music and also says no live performances. It's either one or the other. Could you please give us some background on that? You see in that little, oops.
It was question 23 says live music, 25 says no live music. And
Hello there. My name is Amit. I'm one of the owner operator. We will have when we say live music means we will be inviting local musicians to play some instrument. That is what we are intending because our goal is to work with local products, local talents, local artists to showcase their artwork, showcase their music, and that is what our whole intent of saying that.
well, it's fine, but it's just,
It is live music.
yeah, it's an anomaly on on the form.
Okay.
We will correct that number 25 and we will put yes there.
Okay.
All right, the second part. In your operational plan, your presentation, it says you will be renting out your space,
Yeah, it says private events.
private events. And the CB6 questionnaire says, no, you will not be renting out the space. Again, it's one or the other.
So we will have a smaller section which we will use it for private dining, but we are not planning to rent the entire place for private event.
Right.
Hopefully that makes sense.
There,
Yeah,
look,
it's No, even if you go up from there.
up, the other way, there
Yeah,
it is.
in that,
Can you enlarge that?
the bottom left.
Bottom left.
Yeah. Number 10. I think you have to zoom
Yeah.
from up on there's 3 dots. Up in the top right, just under
Oh,
the,
here,
to
yeah.
close, yeah.
Wrong way.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hold on.
Not coming up.
I got it, I just need to switch to windows.
There we go. Number 10.
Yeah.
So are you telling us that's one room of the restaurant?
No, we have so different sections. So we have a glass covered room, and also we have a basement. We have a smaller room. Those things can be used as a private event, but we are not going to block the entire restaurant for private event.
So you'll be renting out one of 2 rooms or 2 of 2 rooms only.
Yes, that is the plan for now.
For now, what's gonna happen in the future?
So again, see, nothing is permanent in this world. If we will have something and it's a requirement, we
Okay, I have no other questions. I think that area of the city on Third Avenue is all commercial, as I recall. And that particular,
Is that where City Ball was? City Ball? That, I'm just thinking that's a restaurant. I think that's on.
anyway,
In Church Store.
were there any questions?
I actually have a question.
Yeah,
So you talk about the rooftop space somewhere? Maybe it's, I'm not exactly sure where, I didn't make a note, but the rooftop space is actually on tops. Correct?
so rooftop space is park till 7 in the evening. Post 7, we would like to use it for our restaurant space per the agreement with the landlord.
I don't, I
You
don't,
think it's a Pops?
yeah, I'm sure it's a Pops. I looked it up.
Oh, well, in that case, you can't have a restaurant.
I think you can put tables and stuff out, but you have to have a sign saying you don't have to buy something to use the seating.
Yes, and we are planning to do that.
Okay, that should be a stipulation.
Okay, yes, absolutely. I see the pop sign in the front by
Yeah.
the stairway, yes.
No, actually.
We are
you know
not
what?
going to restrict anyone to come and visit.
Yes.
And we are not going to do any big heavy food there. It's more mainly for like guests to come and sit during the weather allowed timing.
Yeah, there's an interactive map of Pops, because I was looking for the report that we had done, which I guess is not on our website.
It should be.
Well, I couldn't find it in
That's interesting.
This is harder on my phone than I would have liked, but I guess if there's a sign there saying it's not exclusive, that you
Yeah.
can use it, I'm fine with it. But it seems odd to me. Usually when Pops have limited hours, they actually have gates to close them.
Right.
Yeah, it is limited hours, and we are supposed to maintain that. So we will be putting our effort and team to keep it maintained, clean, and monitored.
Well, I understand that's kind of part of the deal, but I'm just, again, I'm sort of concerned about this. You're saying it's only a Pops until 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay, we're looking at the Pops hours of access.
Are you on the website, the Pops website?
Yeah, I have it, up here, I don't know.
Oh, great. Oh, that's actually different than what I saw.
Okay, what does it say about hours of access?
Landscape Terrace,
Yeah.
hours of landscape, so
7 to 8,
7 to 8.
and weekdays, April 1st through November 1st. And then weekends 9 to 6.
Weekend close.
And then, yeah, from November 2nd to March 31st, weekdays it's open 9 to 6, and then close on weekends.
You know,
So the public access will be those hours. And if you have a restaurant service there, anybody can come in during those hours and not have to be required to use any of your services. Am I correct?
That is correct. We are not going to enforce anyone to come and purchase anything during those hours.
And what kind of seating and tables will you have on the terrace?
Right now, it will be the outdoor. We are going to use regular outdoor furnitures that has not been finalized yet. So we are still working with the designer and landscaping expert how to keep it very uniform with the approval of landlord.
Who must also abide by the rules of the Pops when
That
it
is
was.
correct.
No permitted amenities. Let's go back up a second. Permitted amenities. No permitted amenities.
let's see. There, before, above it says, like, on the website, it says like required amenity.
Yeah, list of required.
Okay, there it is. Food service kiosk to be operated. I can't read it that way.
In good faith at reasonable time.
They're able to escape. They can have 42 tables there. Wow.
It says 42 tables, 84 fixed wire seats, and 120 movable chairs.
Okay. Any further comments from members of the committee? Members of the public community, any questions, comments?
Members of the public, if you'd like to speak, please raise your hand. I also see. Madeline Tedesco says that it's across from Docks and the governor's office.
On Third Avenue.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have any further
Oh,
issues.
Madeline Tedesco, would you like to speak? I see you raised your hand. You should be able to unmute.
Oh, no, I thought someone said they didn't know where it was located. That's why I said that. It's across the street from Docks. But that's a beautiful, beautiful venue. Looks gorgeous.
All right, thank you. I have no issue. I'd like to hear a resolution of no objection with the stipulation that the terrace on the roof absolutely is maintained with the stipulations indicated in the POP's approval. Do I hear a resolution? Second?
I'll second that.
Okay. All right. Resolution, no objection with stipulations regarding the POPs was raised. Do I hear any objection to this? No objection with stipulations. Hearing no objection. The resolution is passed unanimously. Okay, let's take a look at the wording on this because it's going to be a little bit different than we usually do.
Whereas the POPs landscaped terrace
Will be maintained.
as per the POPs regulations.
Okay,
I don't know if you want to be more specific.
that's says it succinctly enough for me. Okay. When do you plan to open?
We are targeting to open September or early October.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Oh, and Ms. Nunez and Ahmed, I just want to make sure that I have the correct spelling of the names. Is it Nunez with a Z at the end, or is that?
Just like that. That's correct.
And I'm sorry, Ahmed, your last name?
It's Upadhyay. I think it should be there in the application.
Okay. So Ahmed Kumar Upadhyay, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Good, Ryan. Okay, thank you. Okay, item number 6. New application, a temporary retail permit for on-premises liquor license for Quanta Group LLC doing business as Causa at 928 Second Avenue.
Yes, hi. So my name is Andy from ABC License here to represent Montauk Group LLC. We're going to open as a Peruvian restaurant and we're seeking a full liquor license. This will be a restaurant establishment with 14 tables, about 56 seats total. Our hours of operation will be from 10:30 a.m. to midnight on Sundays through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay, you have a second restaurant on
Yes,
9th Avenue?
yes, 745 9th Avenue in Hell's Kitchen. So this
Okay.
will be a second location.
Soy encantado de comida peruviana. Okay. Do I have any? I don't have any.
Yeah,
questions.
it's great.
Straightforward.
As far as I'm concerned, welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you.
Okay. I have no issues with this application. Members of the committee, any
Looks fine.
members of the public?
Members of the public, if you'd like to speak, please raise your hand. There are no raised hands.
Do I hear a motion of no objection for this local license?
So moved. Okay.
Second. Motion of no objection has been raised. Do I hear any objections to this no objection resolution? Members of the committee? Hearing none, unanimously approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good luck. Okay, item number 7. New application temporary retail permit for on-premises liquor license for 555 Vidhi Restaurant Corp. Doing business as Patan at 409 3rd Avenue. Is there a representative available?
Good evening, all. Eleanor Shotton from Pazetsky and Bookman, and with me this evening is the owner and operator, Vidhi Janwani. I believe she is also on the video.
Okay.
Miss Janwani is the current manager of Vatan, and now she's looking to become the owner and hands-on manager of the space. There are very little, in fact, no operational changes from the current Vatan, so I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about the application.
Did this place have a liquor license already?
Yes, so it currently has a full liquor license under a different LLC name, with different owners, and Miss Vatan is Miss Janwani is buying the restaurant from them, and she's going to take over. So she's been the manager for the last 3 years, and now she's going to take over as owner and manager.
This is a change of status rather than.
No, I think it's
a transfer application.
Yeah.
Okay.
Transfer, but because it's in a new name.
Correct.
It has to
Okay, new LLC.
Correct, yes.
All right, I have no other questions. It's been there, you guys have been there for a long time.
Yeah.
It's been there for at least 3 or 4 years, if not much longer.
Yeah.
Longer.
Any other comments from members of the committee? Members of the public?
Members of the public, if you'd like to speak, please raise your hands. There are no raised hands.
Okay. Do I hear a motion of no objection?
No objection.
Second.
Do I hear any objections? A motion of no objection from members of the committee? Hearing none, unanimously approved.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your evening.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
in your
Good luck.
endeavor.
Thanks.
It's always a good time the manager takes over, right? Yeah.
Okay, item 9, Item 8. New application and temporary retail permit for an on-premises liquor license for Rising Troll LLC doing business as Wolf and Lamb Steakhouse at 244 East 53rd Street.
It's Robert Hull with Michael Kelly Inc.
Okay.
All right.
Just a quick question.
Yeah, of course.
Why is there a picture of a liquor license in the submitted material?
It shows the backyard.
It shows the backyard. And that we have it pretty much our proof that they were using the backyard prior to us.
Okay, so what is the purpose of this? Is it for the whole restaurant or for the backyard or what?
This is for the whole restaurant. So this is on-premise liquor license application for the Rising Troll LLC, DBA Wolf and Lamb Steakhouse, located at 244 East 53rd Street. Space was formerly occupied by Taco Vision. We're originally opened at 16 East 48th Street with no problems or SLA violations since 1998. Unfortunately, they lost their lease, so they had to find a new place, and they fortunately found this one. They'll be operating the same way as a kosher steakhouse, just like their last location. Hours of operation will be Sunday 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., Monday to Thursday 12 p.m. to 10 p.m., Friday 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., and on Saturdays 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., also depending on sundown since it's a kosher restaurant.
I was about to say, it's a kosher restaurant.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
So it all
they're
depends
closed.
on sundown and when they close, but they'd like to have the option just in case. But our maximum occupancy will be 156, which is in line with the certificate of occupancy and the PA permit. We will have a backyard that has 9 tables, 18 seats. Former licensee had a backyard on their liquor license. There are no plans right now for a sidewalk cafe or roadway. There are 21 tables and 42 seats on the first floor. The bar on the first floor has 8 seats, and there are 27 seats and 27 tables and 54 seats on the second floor. We'll have background music, and there is existing soundproof. And if you guys know this building, it's a little strange on how they have it. The ground floor level is considered the basement, and the upper level is technically considered the first floor. It's very strange.
Well, notwithstanding the strangeness, do I hear any comments?
Actually,
Yes.
I mean, I had a question, and Robert, I feel like you got thrown under the bus a little bit on this one by Michael. But so I didn't see, I know that there was a revised 30-day notice, but all I saw was they were all 7/10. I didn't see a 7/21.
So we normally we can send it in with a revised date. That is okay. When we normally send it in, it's just because for the SLA they like it to match the green slip. So if we need to, we can always ask for email proof as well. But
So-
if you'd like us to send in a revised copy with an updated date, we can do that for you.
Well, what I'm actually mostly concerned about is like, what were the revisions besides the date? Was it about the backyard and like?
No, it was
levels?
I believe it was the backyard and then the floors as well. Because when we originally, it was first floor, second floor, and I believe basement. And then we were corrected that there was also a mezzanine, and then we were told finally on the last correction that there's no mezzanine. And it's the way the floors are. It's been a very strange one.
Yeah.
But we got a copy of the C of O that shows exactly what the floors are. That's why we on the third revised copy we sent, we were able to finally get it corrected.
Well, I think just for our own records, it would be useful if you could send one with the 7/21 date.
We could definitely do that for you.
Yeah. And I guess the other question I had, so I was under the impression somehow that it was a second location, but you're saying the first location has closed?
Yeah, they lost their lease
Okay,
after 28 years. So
and,
Where-
so and
Go ahead.
they wanted to continue working in this general area.
okay, so there was also a little bit of a discrepancy there, because I think somewhere in the application, it said, it says have owned and operated, located at. And so that gave me the impression that it was still, and the other thing is that, like, I looked it up on Google Maps, and they have it on 48th Street.
Yeah, it is 48th Street.
Right.
See, we read these things.
Yeah, that's a mistake. It's supposed to be 48th Street, and no, we're just trying to also show that they have experience. They've been working there for a while, and fortunately, after so many years, the landlord and them decided it wasn't going to work, and they had to find a new place.
Well, I see they got excellent reviews, so it's, again, welcome to the neighborhood. And
Yeah, just one question. I see the stairs there. Is food served on the what's called the basement level, or do you have to go up to the second level, whatever that is?
No, there are stairs inside, so to get down there, so they don't have to come outside with the food and go in.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, is the restaurant accessible to
Ground level.
Yes, it is.
the ground level is accessible?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And are
Thank you.
the bathrooms on that level? On the ground level?
88 bathrooms on there.
The ADA bathrooms on the bottom level, and I believe they have another one on the second. I would have
Yes,
just. Yeah, there is a bathroom on the second floor as well.
Okay, but if somebody if somebody is not taking the stairs, they can both eat and
They could
use
both eat, drink, and use the restroom on the bottom level.
Great. Thank you, John.
Okay, so just want to make sure that I understand this. The liquor license you're asking for is for the restaurant, not for the backyard.
Is it separate if it's not public space?
Restroom with
No,
backyard
that's a
seating.
good question.
Well, it would be a restaurant with backyard seating.
Yeah. I don't-
Okay, fine, just. I don't understand all the nuances of the liquor law.
I'm going purely by common sense, and
Yes.
who knows whether that applies.
Okay, I have no further questions. Any questions or comments from members of the committee? Members of the community?
Members of the community, if you'd like to speak, please raise your hand. Yep, no question.
All right, do I hear a motion of no objection?
Motion, no objection. Second.
Hearing a motion of no objection and seconded, are there any objections to this motion of no objection from members of the committee? Hearing none, motion is accepted unanimously. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Good luck on your new establishment.
And thanks,
So
Robert.
much.
Welcome. to
Everybody have a good night.
Okay, that takes care of all the approvals. The next item is the discussion of the bulk handbook, which I will admit I have been remiss of having gotten to.
Can they
In fact-
share that admission?
In fact, it's somewhere lost on one of my computers.
Oh.
So I've asked Brian to send me a copy and
Well, it's a Google Doc, right?
Yeah, so I just resent it to you.
okay, great. So I hope by next meeting,
So
it'll be.
Yeah, I have
I
it.
remember working on it and just, with all the computer problems I had the last couple of days. It is not finished. The other things, okay. Let's see. I received, I don't know if everybody got this, was a email from Richard Mint,
Oh,
which went to Brian, I think circulated it,
yeah.
about our friend at Flintstone, Mr. Flint, who seems to be opening something over on Eighth Avenue. You know, the larger issue is what is OCM doing? What are they listening to? Who? And it is becoming, this is becoming a real problem.
I mean, the article says something about a quote from somebody, I think it was OCM, might have been CCB, saying, oh, you know, the community boards are our eyes and ears. And yet they apparently do not listen
Don't listen
to
to us.
anything we say.
Yeah.
So, you know, we may be their eyes and ears, but if they're the brain, they're not
Yeah.
taking it in.
I know we're working to see how this can be better handled, and sorry that Jesus is not here because he's on this, but I don't know if it helps if we want to complain directly in one of those OCM meetings. Well, what are you guys doing?
I suspect we would get a standing ovation. No, because I think both licensees and I think everybody's super frustrated.
Yeah, very, very frustrated. The licensees have been waiting for months.
Years somehow.
Years and meanwhile, they're paying their lease because it's required before you can even submit a license application. So I think I'm frustrated. I know we are frustrated. I think we've been frustrated since the beginning of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
been going on almost 2 years.
Yeah. It's happening so long that cannabis establishments coming up for renewals on their licenses. And we talked about the community plan at our last meeting.
Anton,
Yes,
Anton, this is Paige. We
Yes.
spoke the other day about what was on Channel One regarding the possibility of allowing cannabis to be sold at green markets and also to have pop-ups. I think that's something we should really find out whether they are going to do that or not.
There actually already is regulations regarding that. And
Well, but this is something that's going to be happening. It's not the way.
It's in other parts of the state, it is already happening.
in other parts of the state,
Yeah, there's here, I think I have my notes about that.
You're referring to the cannabis fiscal subvention?
I know there was a thing about pop-ups because there was a lot of definition, there was a lot of discussion about whether they could be, how long they could be there for, and whether it was like how many days out of a certain, I think it was a 90-day period, because it was like, you could have like 40 days out of a 90-day period. Now, and I think that was about storefronts, but there was also sort of in the same discussion, there was talk about green markets, having pop-ups at green.
We should find out because children go to green markets.
this is like setting up a liquor stand in a green market or setting up a liquor stand in a pop-up. It just.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit different in the same way that liquor stores are, bars are different than dispensaries, because because when you think about it, actually, I mean, in some ways, they sell liquor at street fairs all the time, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, there's kind of.
But I think the difference is that if you have a cannabis establishment, you can't let children in. You have to make sure that any patron is 18 years and older. But if you
Ah.
have a cannabis stand in a what was it called? A food service area or can't think of- I don't know, what do you call, in the green market, that's
Uh-huh.
a different story.
So I found my notes from it. So it's actually a program that is from SBS, the small business, whatever. It's not going through the CCB. It's a department within SBS that approves these. It used to be called CGES, I think. Like read my name, but it's called the Cannabis Showcase Events. Pop-ups for farmers that have to be matched with a dispensary. So it's not just a farmer,
Right,
but it does say permits are location specific, but could be in fact a green market. So Paige, I would say if you want to learn more about this, you can.
I will
look at
go
this.
online. Yes, I will go online, Ann. I'm
but
sorry, it was
just-
on Channel One and I spoke to Anton about that. And we said we would discuss it. That's why I brought it up, Ann.
Yeah, no,
Thank you.
I'm really glad you did, because I don't think I had mentioned this when I talked about this before, and, you gotta love New York one, right? But just when you're Googling it, I would say, when you're looking at like cannabis showcase events, is like, that's gonna be the keyword.
I'll be able to find it. I'm
right.
good at research.
I know
The
you
other thing is, I did have two people send in pictures of Flintstone's new venue in front of their store, which they have set up a tent, also put out a table and chairs, and
Oh.
also put a sandwich thing. Anton said his daughter had seen people at bus stops giving out flyers. Nobody's doing anything about this.
Again, it goes back to the OCM,
Not doing
the
their job.
CCB not doing their job. I mean, this is it's unacceptable.
I check in proof also, how old you are when you go in.
Yeah, no, I told you, Paige, I don't know if you were here, I mean, when I went in, when we heard that they were talking about opening a consumption area, and I walked around in there 5 minutes, nobody asked me for ID.
No one was at the door today at 10:04, or when I came by at 6:10. The door was open and.
It's just so blatant, all of it.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned Urban Leaf a little bit earlier. And I go by there and there's somebody at the door.
Yeah,
And Just Buds on 61st Street and First is the same thing, there's somebody
Yeah.
at the door. I didn't see that at Flintstones on 46th Street.
you know, there's another one, I think, on like Sixth Avenue, another Flintstones in Chelsea, do you know where that is?
City.
And there's also another
Because I'm
Flintstone
gonna be
on
there. maybe
First
tomorrow.
Avenue and 15th or 16th Street,
Uh-huh.
so. Oh, look
So,
at
yeah, so this
this is,
photo was sent to OCN.
which venue
This
is that?
Flintstone. Yeah,
That's not on Second Avenue, is it?
yeah,
That's the
It's
Second
Second
Avenue. Oh,
Avenue.
that's,
the doors are open. There's like bar stools and
I mean,
high top tables.
the only thing wrong with the bar stools, I guess, is that it's past the property line, right? I mean, what else is wrong? Like, I mean,
I mean.
theoretically, anybody, if they're not serving food there, theoretically, anybody.
Okay, what's wrong with it is they don't have a license to use the sidewalk. It's a public sidewalk. They're not supposed to be having furniture on the sidewalk.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, that it doesn't, it extends past the property line.
Right, never mind that it's public sidewalk, but you see people there taking tokes and children and teenagers walking by. This is completely unacceptable. When's this picture
Somebody
taken?
has to do something about it, and we can blame OCM until we're blue in the face. It's not gonna work.
What should we do about it then? What do you think about, it's a state issue, so is it Keith?
I'm sorry?
It's a state issue, so is it Keith?
Probably, or it's Liz Kruger.
Or Liz,
She-
yeah.
She introduced it, she should clean it up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Should we draft a resolution? No, well, this would be Flintstone specific.
Well, why not? I do think we have to, we're just talking about it. We're not getting any place. We've talked about it since they've existed. Since he came and he told us that he was the largest cannabis shop, over $400,000. He had 15 locations here in New York. Then we found out he had a fraudulent lease, and that was September 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And nothing has been done, and we lost a Hallmark store.
Yeah.
My only hesitation about doing a reso is, have we actually spoken to our electeds about this? Because I feel like,
I thought we had, I
well,
thought
that's
we,
my question.
All right, just, but maybe can the office reach out to Liz Kruger to,
I think both to Liz and Keith. I mean, I'm happy to do it, even though I have to stop saying I will do things for CP6, but, as vice chair of the committee, if you like, because I can speak to all the issues we've had with them from the bus stop and say, you know,
I think, yeah, I appreciate your volunteering, but I think it's better if it comes
if it comes from the
officially
office.
from the office.
Okay, that's fine for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have back.
And I think they have enough ammunition as well. And please, I think, feel free to say, we're happy to write a resolution if you need it, but I just feel like, I don't wanna, I'd like to make sure they for sure know how strongly we feel about this
Yeah.
before we do a reso.
I don't think there's any objection to having the office contact our
Yeah.
electeds. And,
We can't have a full board reso until next month anyway,
and
or September.
Jesus does meet with other district managers. You could raise that there as well.
Yes, other, districts might wanna sign on to a reso.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure CB2 would.
But, so let's go back to Paige's original question regarding cannabis stands in green markets and or pop-ups. Now, you did say that this is already happening in other parts of the state.
I believe it, I didn't write that down, but it's not in my notes, but that's what my memory is. That this was an ongoing program.
Channel 1 said it was gonna start here.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
so,
I trust them more than my memory.
Well, I'm just saying what they said. It was like very brief. I didn't
Yeah.
hear it again, but it was one of those things that was on about 10 o'clock in the morning when I had turned on channel 1, and they just mentioned it and my ears popped up. Like I was thinking, this is great. They can't even close down that cannabis shops, and now they're gonna make it more accessible.
I think it's something that Jesus again can bring up to
Yeah,
the other district managers and maybe as a group or even individually go to the electeds. I don't think this is the intent of the whole cannabis regulation
not.
system.
well, like I said, though, that's not an OCM issue. So
They're
those-
also
those-
bragging how much money cannabis brought in. Why do they have to have these pop-ups? They apparently are doing very well.
But again, my only concern about raising that for now, I mean, I think we should get more information about it and maybe Paige can do that, but I'm hesitant a little bit to raise that. I'm hesitant worried of muddying the message in speaking to the board office or to the elected, because it is not an OCM issue. The pop-ups are not OCM, it's SBS.
I just don't understand how something that has been so vetted, quote unquote, for the OCM to have purview over these things, for the small business agency to.
My notes just say approved by cannabis department in SBS. Not CC. Can be wrong.
Well, where can we go to find out more?
Well, hopefully Paige may find out.
This web page on OCM's website says that on March 20th, 2025, Governor Hochul signed legislation which allows for new cannabis showcase events which allow licensed adult use dispensaries to partner with licensed cultivators and processors to showcase and sell adult use cannabis products at locations away from the licensed dispensary premises at pop-up events, farmers markets, and public markets. And it says pursuant to cannabis law, section 130A, the Cannabis Control Board voted to promulgate a new part, 117 to the adult use regulations, Title 9, MCRR, section 117.1 to 117.6. To govern cannabis showcase events and establish an application process and standards for event.
All right, so it is in the law. I don't know why it will seem not to have been vetted better than. Right. Do we have a choice then? I mean, we can object to this, but it's already in the law. It has to go back to the.
Could you look at the event overview?
Yeah, so.
It says, it does say that local municipalities are required to
Yes.
approve and authorize. So presumably we would get that would be like a 30-day notice kind of thing. Right, I mean,
That's too logical.
Well, other boards, I understand, have already received applications for cannabis showcase events.
Which could mean pop-ups, not
And yeah,
pop-ups, but
so.
green markets and.
So it says for residents of New York City seeking municipal approval, please contact Cannabis NYC at cannabis@sbs.nyc.gov.
So how do you know that other districts have received?
I've heard, at
This is grapevine.
borough service cabinet meeting with other district managers that they've started receiving applications.
I mean, I think I feel differently about it being at a green market versus, sort of an empty storefront, like the vintage pop-up, the vintage. Clothing
Yeah.
pop-up I went to the other day, like that one,
Okay, so you have a pop-up, you make sure that only adults can go into
Yeah,
it.
the same things, and it's in partnership with the dispensary.
Right.
So presumably it's gonna be dispensary in the same district, right? Or maybe not. Maybe they're thinking about, gee, do I want to expand to this location? So I mean, I'm just saying in my own head, I feel differently about those
Yeah.
two things.
I just don't see it at a green market though. Just. How should I say, it's too public. Just like having Flintstone with the chairs and table in front of the dispensary. I mean, I don't see green markets carrying cigarettes and cigars.
No,
I see, yes, sometimes they'll have homemade alcohol
Huh.
flavored,
That I've seen that, I may have seen that upstate, but I don't know that I've seen
I've
it
seen,
here.
yeah.
Yes, I have some ramp vodka in my closet right now.
So, so the bottom line is, it's law. And best we can do at this point in time is register our objections with the electeds, but then the electeds might have voted for this too.
Yeah, well, I mean, ours may have, and who knows, right? But I mean, it was, and it's interesting because it wasn't one of those things that Hochul held until like November, December. You know, she actually did it during the legislative session. Which is,
I think our officials should know how the public feels. Just because they voted for it, they're not looking after our interest. They should listen to our interest. So I think Liz Kruger should be aware that this community board isn't extremely happy with this vote.
But and until then, we will be getting, I guess, applications for this. And we can also express our dissatisfaction at that time. How many green markets do we have in this CB? Do we have one on 47th Street?
I don't know even of any of those.
We have two on Second Avenue that I know. We have the one at 47th and the one at, what is it, 18th, 33rd Street.
33rd Street?
On Second?
Second Avenue. Well, at least it was there a couple of years ago. It was a big one. Molly had fought for it. She was one of the ones that got it to be there.
On the east side of the street?
The southeast corner.
Southeast corner?
Yeah. There's like I know there's like a bunch of like fruit vendors there, but I don't know that there's still a green market there ever.
Well, I don't know, but it was there at one point. I do know that. Maybe it decided that it supposedly was picked out because of the hospital. Even the hospital used Second Avenue, so they figured that it was a great place to have it. It was right across the street from both an express and a limited bus.
All right, so at least the one we have to really think about is on Dag Hammarskjöld Plaza, 47th Street.
So there was another one at Skytown.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm looking at Grow
Down there would have been one, yeah.
Skytown. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know, what's the one at one point under the 59th Street Bridge or around the 59th Street Bridge? I don't know if it's still there many years ago.
I haven't seen that.
Well, there was one at one point, I remember that, but because I remember going to it. That's the only reason I remember it. But, since then, things have changed. You had Food Emporium move in, you had Trader Joe's move,
And there's still a fruit stand there in the corner, but that's not a green market.
No, but it was probably a leftover from the green market.
All right, so Paige, any suggestions as what the committee could do going forward?
Well, I really feel that the point of letting our government officials, Keith, since he's state assembly, and Liz, and I like Liz, if you want me to talk to her, we've had many discussions in the past, Liz and I'll talk to her, but I really feel they have to know that people are not agreeing with the way the thing that she has suggested exists. It's not doing its job. It never did its due diligence on setting up rules and regulations, and they don't respond to us.
But again, that's an OCM issue, and this is not an
That's what I
OCM.
think. But she's the one that voted for them to be in, so get her to get her power.
She voted for legalizing, and but I guess I'm still, until we have an application come in front of us that we actually, because we don't really know what the community thinks about this, because it hasn't come up yet.
Yeah.
We know what we
We
think about it.
Yes.
but you
Well,
know,
what-
that's six of
but-
us, right?
well,
John has
We've
spoken.
had people that have come to the community board when we've had cannabis, especially the Flintstones. I know that there were numerous amount of people that came because of the fact that I had told the people on my two committees into the city. And we had also the Boarts, all those people, coming against, opening it up in this neighborhood because of the rules and regulations saying this side of the street, since the school's across the street, we can't consider that. People are not very happy about this.
No doubt.
No, I 100%. And this
I mean,
committee is
I
not very
I
happy
do,
about,
if you want to have the shops, regulate them. I'm not objecting to them having the shops or selling cannabis, but they're not doing anything about it. They say, okay, you can do it, and it's the Wild West. Do whatever you want to do. You want to send up a helium balloon with it on, smoke cannabis, they'll allow it and drop the cannabis from it. It's absolutely absurd the way this is being operated.
I think we've got to put a little thought into this, maybe continue discussion next month.
Once we have more information.
Yeah, and perhaps then the office can get involved and contact.
But I do think we should have the conversation about Flintstone and OZM.
Yes,
Like there's no.
that's separate.
That's no reason to hold off on
Yeah.
that.
All right. We have any more discussion on this issue?
No, not that I have.
Okay. All right, we'll get more information. We speak to Jesus also about our discussion and go from there. Okay, piece of news. Union Square Partnership, which is basically around Union Square at 14th Street, exploring a potential expansion of its boundaries. Now, I spent 15 years on that board in the distant past. I left in 1993, so it's a long time
The
ago.
year I got married.
And at least when I was on the board, we tried to do all the right things. I don't have any issues and they're already partially in our district and being on the north side of 14th Street. But the expansion will be not really in our district, Community Board 5, and mainly the expansion would include Irving Place on 15th Street, 19th Street, specifically 14 Irving Plaza, 22 Irving Plaza, 52 and 56, and we do cover Irving.
It's not, there's no other bid there, is there? It's not, there's no turf war happening.
Not
They
that I
just
know.
want- Well, I'm just curious, what is prompting them? Do you have any sense of what that
No,
would
this
be?
is, got this,
I don't know. What prompted the expansion, I know that, other bids, like the Flat Island bid recently expanded, well, now they're known as Nomad.
okay. The partnership will be hosting a bid expansion open house in collaboration with the offices of council members Harvey Epstein and Carl Wilson on the 11th of August. Encouraging residents in the potential expansion area to stop by to learn more about the Union Square Partnership. Exploring, ask questions, speak with members of the Union Square Partnership team.
I'm sorry, who was the other person who was with Harvey and who?
And Carl Wilson,
Do you know who that, I don't know who that is. I don't think.
Who won the special elections, will succeed Eric Botcher.
Oh,
okay.
cool. Thank you.
And there are two parts to this, is the Union Square partnership, and there's also Union Square bid. And they are, I sat on both boards, but one is not for profit, the other is
The
more
bid is
commercial,
profit, the bid is,
more commercially
Yeah.
oriented rather than, social oriented.
yeah.
Okay, that, I'm sure we all got the mail about, learn about parliamentary procedure.
Is that only gonna be in person?
I don't know, is it only
I
gonna
didn't
be?
see anything on Zoom. Yes? No?
I think it's at the end of a training session, which frequently is not YouTube. So the answer is I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right, it's supposed to be Wednesday, July 29th, in the office, doesn't say Zoom. Could this be Zoomed?
I
That-
imagine so, but it's not I know that it won't be a public meeting, so it's not gonna be on YouTube. It could be Zoom potentially.
Or this is an internal training, it has nothing to do with the public and.
Yeah,
The,
that's the way it's positioned. It's positioned as internal training.
the preceding, what's before this, you mean?
Yeah,
but
this
it's
is, yeah.
also, it's for board
Is it-
members. It's for board members, and board members should have the accessibility if they're not able to attend in person.
So, but this is it's a training for new board members? That's what
Yeah,
it is.
it's a second training session for new board members, which is going to go from 6 to 6:45.
Old time people that have become a little bit forgetful. I'm not talking about me, but I can remember way back when. But there are quite a few people on the board that do not know parliamentary procedures. Maybe it should be a separate thing that they have.
You realize
All
it's,
board members.
the new train.
Yeah, well, I've come to that. I feel like I could use a refresher.
It doesn't have to be,
I
it does
know,
not have to be
See,
worded
John,
training.
there's-
It can be just updating.
John,
People
there's
Yeah.
a separate session at 6 o'clock to 6:45.
That's my understanding. We planned the session at 6, and then this came as a tag on to it.
So at 6:45, it's. So you can,
Huge topic to have for half hour.
It's a good start though.
Yeah, true.
all
I
right,
mean,
so
you're never gonna cover all the obscure little things.
since this is internal training, I don't think there should be any issues about doing it on Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I mean, this is not a public thing, this is.
even if if it was a public thing, it would have to be answered,
Zoom,
right?
right.
Yeah, well. We are, for public meetings, they can be held just in person, but also,
We like to be inclusive.
but for trainings that are not open to the public, they don't have to be.
They don't have to be, but why not, right? I mean, I guess it's the person giving the training, but whether they care about it.
I don't think I'd want the public at an internal training
No, no,
session.
no, no, but just because it's on Zoom doesn't mean it's open to the public.
Oh, no,
No,
So-
yeah, well, it doesn't imply that.
Yeah,
just people that are necessary to be on Zoom should be on
I
Zoom.
mean, you can do it, whatever, wait list, passcode.
Yeah, it could be
I mean,
reported,
waiting room,
accessible only to
yeah.
the board members.
All right, so something to think about before, when is this going to be held?
Next
29th.
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, yeah. Okay, John, I'm gonna call on you. I'm sorry I couldn't get to you before this, but do you want to talk a little bit about the fellowship proposal for storefront vacancies?
We're trying to apply for a fellow. And we pulled some data together in a preliminary way that shows that Manhattan Community Board 6, of all the community boards in Manhattan, has the second highest level of storefront vacancies and the second highest growth rate in that. So it's been a consistent thing. So
Growth
the
rate.
proposed
Vacancies.
of vacancies, right, of the number of vacancies. And so the thought process is, well, first of all, and then the interesting thing is, or not surprising, there are different sets of facts that people bring to the table here. I mean, there's, some people look at it from a perspective of all the neighborhoods in the district, which would include the dry cleaner around the corner from me and whatever. Others look at it on what they call the main thoroughfares, or the main, bigger, more heavily trafficked streets like Madison Avenue and other parts. And so the first thing is, how do you define it? And then, but really get at what's causing it. Is it being driven by real estate rates? Is it being driven by developers? What's driving the vacancy rates that are higher here than elsewhere? And then, sort of, what can we do about it? And that's the basic task. What's the extent of the problem? What causes it? And what can we do about it, if anything? And that's a nutshell.
But now, this proposal, where is it gonna go? Is it gonna go to the board first and then?
The proposal goes. The board pulls together a proposal, and I think Sandy basically, or the board office, there's a group of people who sort of get in between the community board and the fellows. It's a competitive process, competing to get to fellows. And the proposal would go with, if we attracted a fellow to go after the project, that's generally viewed as a reasonably good thing. Tanya Arias, who's both involved in real estate and very interested in this issue, has sort of stepped up to, I think, more or less volunteering to take the lead on it, though not yet formally taking the lead on it. And I was asked just to pull something together to get the discussion going, which is why I've been involved.
And John did a great job, I have to say, on sort of laying out the issue and
Yes.
raising some of the things, so. And, but it's another one of the things that I have said, yes, I'll do, but haven't put as much time into as I should have. But we're gonna meet again on Monday, and hopefully then we'll
Right.
have it fleshed out.
And we
around.
fleshed it out pretty much in detail already, so people can
Yeah.
change it. And I think, Anton, you're asking, would this come to like a vote of bulk or a vote of a committee? I don't think that's the way it's handled. I think it's pretty much done through there's sort of an informal consensus, and then the board office and the chair go forward with it.
Do you wanna see the application before it goes in?
Absolutely, yes.
It's been distributed already, right?
I think in fact, you have access to the document, you have editing access to the document now.
We'll check it.
I will,
The way my computer.
I was gonna say, as those words were coming in, but shall I resend you
Yeah,
the link?
okay,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you, John. Let me see. Okay, any old or new business we could discuss? Aside from what I've covered as a chair's report? No. Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second. Do you
Okay,
need a second?
Don't need a second.
no, if there are no objections, we'll adjourn the meeting. Seeing no further business, meeting is adjourned at 8:03 PM. Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. Sorry I wasn't there.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Bye, everyone. Bye, Paige.